We've finished our evaluations of 2023 performance. This is where you have not met Cloudflare expectations for performance.
Can you explain what those performance metrics are?
I cannot share that with you right now, unfortunately.
I won't be able to go into specifics for numbers.
Wait, why though?
This isn't going to be the forum and the situation where we'll be able to go into the detail that you're looking for.
But then when? If it's not right as I'm getting fired, then it's certainly not going to be after when I'm no longer part of the company.
I can totally respect that, and I don't think Dom or myself today is going to give you any clarity or answers that's going to meet the expectations that you're communicating to us.
So am I getting let go for no reason?
Have you ever wondered what it looks like when a company overhires and needs to downsize but doesn't want to say that? Me too. I'm not saying that's what this company did, but it's food for thought. So Brittany got hired on for sales at Cloudflare just a few months ago, and then the holidays came, and it's your typical slowdown. People are out of the office. Anyway, she hears some rumors around that people are being laid off for low performance, except these people have been told they're great performers, and people doing the firing can't produce any documentation that says specifically the low performance that's causing them to be terminated. Oh, and by the way, today's video is sponsored by myself, so if you're interested in some pragmatic resume advice, the stuff that your guidance and career counselors aren't going to tell you, well then check out the links below. I have resume and cover letter reviews, or if you're looking for something different, I'll handcraft you an entirely new resume myself. Or maybe you're just looking for some advice, consultation, whatever it is, then check out my links below. Anyways, thanks again to today's video sponsor, myself.
Hey, Brittany.
Hi.
Yes, I'm so sorry. My name's Rosie. I'm just joining the call. Nice to meet you. I'm on the HR team.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you, and it's the last time we'll meet as well.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Thanks for meeting with me and Rosie. We have an important meeting today. We've finished our evaluations of 2023 performance. This is where you have not met Cloudflare expectations for performance. We've decided to part ways with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Sure.
So I started August 25th. I've been on a 3-month ramp, and then it was 3 weeks of December, and then a week of Christmas, and then here we are. I have had the highest activity amongst my team. Since I've started, I have had 3 contracts out, done a really great job managing my deals up until the very end that decided not to close last minute. So I don't think that makes a lot of sense for me in my Cloudflare journey here so far. Also, every single one-on-one I've had with my manager, every conversation I've had with him, he has been giving me nothing but I am doing a great job, I have had great activity, I have really great meetings, I'm picking up the products very quickly, and things have been going really, really well. I make really great relationships with my clients. I disagree that my performance I haven't met performance expectations when I certainly have, just because I haven't closed anything officially.
I hear you.
So we have Rosie and Dom in the call, and Dom here can barely read his script to even fire Brittany. She explains how she actually has been meeting performance expectations, and since she's newer in sales, her KPIs were measured differently, not by closed contracts. But when you don't own the company, you can meet expectations, and it doesn't matter. They can change the expectation.
Also, why are you doing this and not my manager? Not, we've never met, so this seems a little odd.
I mean, this just shows the insane disconnect of the leadership in the company. In fact, the CEO of this company recently did an earnings call, and instead of your typical snooze fest investor speak meeting, he actually just roasted his employees. If we're honest with ourselves, we saw a lot of our success with our enterprise customers because our products were so good and solved real problems that every big company faces. That allowed many on our sales team to succeed largely by just taking orders. When the fish are jumping in the right boat, you don't need to be a very good fisherman, but at the risk of mixing water metaphors as the tide goes out, you get a clear view of who's not wearing shorts. That's actually a Warren Buffett quote, and he used it when talking about investment strategies, not roasting his employees. He continues on the call. It gets worse. The macroeconomic environment has gotten harder, and we're seeing that some on our team aren't dressed for work. We've identified more than 100 people on our sales team who have consistently missed expectations. These are people that currently work there. He said, "We have an incredibly long line of other proven talented people looking to step to fill the position where some of our current team aren't living up to expectations." His current team. I thought this was pretty funny. One person on Twitter suggested that since the company was underperforming and its stock was down 20%, maybe the same logic should be used for the CEO.
My manager has no idea that this has been happening, and the director has no idea that this has been happening. So I'm just definitely confused, and yeah, I would love like an explanation that makes sense.
100%. Real quick, let me carve out the two threads.
Let me carve out the two threads. What? What does that even mean? These people serve no purpose other than just to obfuscate what's actually happening, pretending to care about employees, but only if it benefits the company. But nobody ever says that part out loud. This person is the definition of HR word vomit.
The latter of why I'm on this conversation, I'll put that one to the second half, and Rosie might be better to explain the process of who's giving this information in the prior piece, which is your feedback and notes about your performance. So let me add a little color context to that. So just for clarification.
And proceeds to clarify absolutely nothing. Firing her for low performance, but you won't show her the low performance. Yep, this makes complete sense. When you're firing someone for performance-related things, it should never come as a surprise like it is to Brittany here. Termination for performance should be the culmination of a whole bunch of different meetings, warnings, letting you know that you're not meeting the expectations. And normally, it would be Brittany's manager talking about performance-related issues with her, not two random people.
You are not being singled out in this. Your peers are also being collectively assessed on performance. This is a collective calibration for Cloudflare. So I just want to clarify that piece. I won't be able to add any kind of specifics on numbers or...
Wait, yeah, no, can you explain for me why Brittany Peach is getting let go?
I won't be able to go into specifics for numbers.
Wait, why though? I just started. I've been working extremely hard. Just because I haven't closed anything that has nothing to do with my performance on a 3-month ramp with just 1 month with 2 major holidays in the middle, I don't think that has anything to do with why I should be let go, if that makes sense. So I really need an answer and an explanation as to why Brittany Peach is getting let go, not why Cloudflare decided to hire too many people and are now actually realizing that they can't afford this many people and they're letting that go. If that's the real answer, I would rather just you tell me that instead of making up some bullshit and telling me that right before I lose my job from someone that I've never met before.
Yeah, I can totally respect that. And I don't think Dom or myself today is going to give you any clarity or answers that's going to meet the expectations that you're communicating to us, Brittany. So I can't speak to...
So am I getting let go for no reason? If you guys can't give me a reason?
I'm happy to follow up with you separately to give you the data that was calibrated. I'll need to speak with revenue leadership specifically to see if we can get that for you. But Dom and
can
I
you
did
share
not
that
have
with me
that
now?
in our meeting. I cannot share that with you right now, unfortunately. Yeah, it's understandable how you feel and your frustration.
And it just gets worse. You can tell no one's actually called these HR people out on this before. Rosie over here just being actual smooth brain going, I'm happy to circle back with you. And Brittany's like, what do you mean circle back with me? When? I'm being fired. I don't work here anymore. You're just going to call me in my free time now? I have to ask revenue leadership specifically if I can get the metrics that I'm telling you you're being fired for. Do you hear how that sounds?
Sorry, I just knew that this meeting was coming after knowing what's been happening with my peers and how extremely frustrated and upset everyone is. I know you guys must not be able to understand that given in the positions that you are in, and it must be very easy for you to just have these little 10-minute, 15-minute meetings, tell someone that they're fired, completely wreck their whole life, and then that's it with no explanation. That's extremely traumatizing for people. And to be let go for no reason is like a huge slap in the face from a company that I really wanted to believe in.
I can absolutely understand how you feel that way, why you feel that way. And I'll be honest with you, there's nothing that we're going to say in this call and the time that we have that's going to undo the way that you feel right in this moment.
If you want to talk about bad performances, can we talk about the performance of these HR people? It doesn't seem like they know what they're doing at all. And you choose to fire Brittany, the only person who has it together and can maintain that in the heat of the moment? In my opinion, Brittany's the real MVP.
I personally will do everything that I can to give you as much specific information as I can after this call. I can't make any promises. I understand where you're coming from. I can tell you that Dom and I do care. I understand the feeling that you have right now.
You guys just met. This is the world's smallest violin. Again, if we're going to look at performances, can we talk about these HR people?
And I can't change that. So I'll just be honest.
But why can't, you guys have still not given me a reason why I'm being let go. Despite constant positive praise from my manager, great meetings that I'm having, the amount of activity that I have has all been positive. I have not received any negative inclination. I have not been put on a performance improvement plan, nothing. So.
And I cannot speak to what your manager has communicated to you directly.
But that should be the indication of
for performance based on your attainment and leading indicators of data.
They sound like robots, except they're being paid. CEO, are you taking notes?
That is the rationale.
But I've been here for only a month after ramping, and that was during a holiday. So I don't understand what those, can you explain what those performance metrics are? Or is that just like a vague term to give to everyone that you're speaking to today?
I love it. She's just like, you telling everyone the same garbage today?
I'll say that the performance indicators and performance metrics are, while they are, we're not able to go into specifics, and there's no situation where we will be able to go into
Do you guys even know, like, why, like, who you're talking to each day? Like, every single 10, 15 minutes, do you guys even know who you're talking to? Like, why you're letting these people go? When you don't even understand like the kind of work and everything that they've put in? I
hear you and what you're saying.
It just doesn't make any sense that you guys have still not been able to give me a reason why I'm being let go.
Just from a process perspective, your questions are valid.
It doesn't make any sense why you're being fired, Brittany. It really doesn't. And Dom doesn't know either, and he doesn't know what to say. His brain is breaking. Just from a process perspective, your questions are valid. Like, can you use actual communication skills, Dom?
This isn't going to be the forum and the situation where we're able to go into the detail that you're looking for.
But then when? If it's not right as I'm getting fired, then it's certainly not going to be after when I'm no longer part of the company.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything we can say in this moment or today, Brittany, that's going to change the way that you feel. And it's understandable. I'm taking notes and feedback, and we'll circle back.
Yeah, I know you did that for Nestle too, but that's
of the meeting. It's not going to change the outcome of the situation today. So it may be best if I do get into more of the specifics of what the next steps are.
So that's where the video ends. They give her no more information about the low performance they cite her being terminated for, and just want to move on to what happens next. Oh, and there was no meetings, no warnings, no indicators that this was going to happen. She just received a random director's invite for a meeting 1 hour before this happened. And lastly here, I just thought I'd show you this article, Why the CEO of Cloudflare Practices Radical Transparency. Where's the radical transparency with Brittany here? Huh? Yeah, this article didn't age very well. If you enjoyed it, and if you can appreciate Brittany calling these people out on their nonsense, then hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like to see me pick apart more of this corporate BS. Oh, and thanks again to today's sponsor, myself. Check out the links below if you're looking for some pragmatic, realistic career and resume advice. Having said all that, I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you in the next one.